Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the only city where everybody has to walk everywhere. Welcome back to Walk City, New Walk City specifically. People are walking. What can we do today to really skyrocket our population? I would like to try to get that population way up, but I think our issue here is a lack of high-skilled labor. I had something up here. I set one of these up so I can see what our unemployment looks like, and it's uneducated people that are the most unemployed. So I don't know what that means exactly. Where do uneducated people work? Looks like some of them work in industry, but not that many. What about in low-density commercial? A little bit, but I mean, for the most part, uneducated people just need to go to school, I think. Okay, we do have traffic over here. What we'll probably end up doing is setting up another park city, maybe on this island here, this tiny island. We could probably bring in a road and just fill that up with parking lots. Let me see. Let's buy it. Let's buy this land here, and then let's see how small this actually is. So if we were to take our road and do... Well, first things first. We don't have to work with it at this size. So we could make it a little bit more like this, and then run maybe a road straight along the bottom here. Of course, in water is going to be the best. Of course it's in water. I want to build a quay. You know what we could do instead is just do this. Oh, it's still in water. And then what we do is we just bring in traffic from outside. What about 4 lanes? Actually, yeah, we're going to do 4 lanes. Oh, we've got a ferry path in the way, and the only way over that is with a Golden Gate Bridge, I believe. Of specific length as well. That has to be higher. Okay, so we can do that, but I don't want to. How much higher does it have to be? That'll do. And then I guess we'll just use the 4-way highway here. So if we do that, that's actually probably fine. Why don't we upgrade this to a proper full road then? Just so that it's all the same kind of laneage there. And then if we run our parking lots... Well, it says it's in the water. Okay, that makes sense. I understand why it says that. That's because it's in the water. So what I want to do is, let's turn this to a slightly bigger parking world. And we'll flatten this out too while we're here. It's a different height, but that's okay. We just demolish anything that's in our way. Just flatten it out. The terrain will shape to our desired size. What is this? I've uncovered a lake. Oh, never mind, it's gone. Never mind, it is gone. So what I actually wanted to do here was to put in a parking lot here. Something tells me this is fine. Let's see if that'll fit. It's a little bit too big. Maybe more like this. I just want them to fit perfectly, you know? Yeah, like that. Of course, they're going to need power. Let's just run it underground. So we don't have to think about it. That's not quite as underground as I'd like. Let's run it deep underground. Oh my gosh, we've lost a piece. There we go. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's get way down there. Go 50 meters. That's the wrong type. This guy doesn't know what he's doing in this game. There we go. So that's power. And then what I'm thinking is we just flatten this out. Take a while for that jello to fill in. Actually, we don't have to be that precise with this, because it won't let me flatten underneath the parking lots. What do you mean in water? It's a bridge. And then that connects that. So that's perfect. These lights probably don't need to be here. Actually, let's make this just floating. Well, as best as we can. Apparently there's got to be a little bit of something there. Alright, that should be a functional Park City, I think. A little Park City Junior. Now, will people use it? I don't know. I don't know why they would need to. quicker to get access to this stuff, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there's somebody. Alright, people are using it. Good. Alright, that gives us a little bit more industrial area to work with. And that should fill in nicely. And then, of course, I don't understand what this is. There's some density there where people want commercial buildings, okay. Now, can these larger commercial buildings facilitate uneducated work as well? I don't know. Let's get rid of these since they're all just scrapped remains of buildings. Nobody's living in them. We need to do something to increase desirability over here, probably. So how do we do that? Because otherwise buildings will just keep collapsing. Is it a matter of creating more jobs in the vicinity? Oh, these are awful. That's... what have I done? That's not even straight. This is such a mess. That should let us do something like that. Alright, we'll see how many people that lets us bring in. I see that these lots are already starting to fill in, which is cool. Oh, there's the gatehouse residences. What a hideous looking building this is. But I think at this point we're almost done with the... Is this a row house or is this a medium density? I think this might be a medium density. So this is just a special medium density building, which I think I'm going to put there. But we're going to probably end up replacing some of these small homes with something else. What was there? There's still things to unlock. Row housing, yeah. So we'll probably replace these with row housing, honestly. Then we'll see what that does to bringing people in from over here. We still have this nice little part of town to start thinking about. There's a few other places where we could be putting in a couple roads, like... You know, we could have one that comes out here. Sure, I can even cross that. That doesn't even matter. But there are a few gaps out here that we could be thinking about. Good places for crescents, probably. I'm all for sticking these little roundabouts in there, too. I think they look good. And our schools out here are probably getting filled up pretty decently. Oh yeah, that one's full. Absolutely crammed full. So is that one. I think we might be needing more elementary schools. I wonder if we can put one here. Even though there's already one pretty nearby, I think. Actually, maybe not. Because that's a high school. There's the elementary school all the way over there. So yeah, maybe we stick one right here. And we give it its upgrade, of course, because it's going to fill up almost immediately. Sure, we'll give you a few of these. Why not? It's party time. And it's always low-density housing that they're looking for. Let's get some business in here, though. So I wonder if our bottleneck is just getting enough people into the city because there's nowhere to park. People are having to take taxis, which takes a lot longer for them to empty, I think. We could always put roads here and then put an underground parking garage. Not quite. It does have a smaller footprint, though. Ah, it doesn't fit. I was going to put in another little parking garage there. That doesn't even fit. Maybe it'll fit on this side. Yeah, it will. And on this side? Yeah, it will. So now the issue is... not enough room on these roads. And now we can't even upgrade it. Oh boy. That's okay. Park City's not supposed to be efficient. Now what we could do is bring in or out traffic. We could probably build a nice little out ramp here for all these taxis to get out. We'll see what that does. Oh, looks like we need water. It's interesting that the taxis aren't choosing to leave that way. Are they making another pickup? No, they're leaving. But why wouldn't you go this way? That goes to Wrestle. Where does the other one go? Oh, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it goes to a different city. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, it does. Oh, wow. Everyone is a new city. That's crazy. I didn't know that's how that worked. But this looks like it's smoothing up a little bit. Now the issue is just people trying to get into this turning lane over here to get this way. So, okay, let them. Lots of abandoned houses. That's going to be the problem here, I think, is keeping these places full. And why are they leaving? I can't be looking at the collapsed ones. High crime. Okay, so that's an easy solution. This might even be maybe a job for a police headquarters upgrade. Maybe we need a prison. Alright, we'll do everything that we can to fix the crime issue in the city, I think. Oh, it reduces the crime rate in its vicinity. That seems weird. So that makes you want to put it in the city, which is strange. But okay. How about we put it right across the street from the school? That's educational. And then as far as this big old police station, why don't we put it down here in the industrial area? And then we can also reduce the crime rate citywide with this massive thing that's very expensive. So we'll think about that one later. Let's get helicopters. More jails. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, this has upgrades too. Look at this. Oh, wow. We can house even more prisoners. We can turn this into a whole little prison complex. Is this expensive? Another 40k a month for everyone that I cram in here? Sure, why not? Look at that. It's like a campus. You guys learning over here? You don't want to end up over there. So learn over here. Alright, let's see if that starts helping with the issue being crime. So now if we look at one of these places, what are they unhappy about? Small homes. What about you? Small homes, lack of entertainment. Oh, okay. What is that? Summer season recreation. I mean, I don't want it to just be for the summer. Do like a big tower. There's just nowhere for it. Unless... Didn't even check to see if I can afford to do this. $480,000 a month. Can't really. I shouldn't be doing this. Ooh, no service trade is really what's gonna... Oh, that's just for electricity and water. We could be trading that. There's no reason for us not to. Oh, we're buying. Oh, well, that's not good. But, okay, let's start doing something with our excess water, at least. Because we have a lot. And then let's start thinking about more wind power, maybe? These don't technically need to be connected to roads, do they? Oh, there's a lot of wind over here. Okay, so now we should be exporting some of our excess electricity once our batteries are charged up. And we should be exporting some of our water too. It's a little bit, but it's not enough for me to put in that big tower yet. Which is a shame because I've made a big gap here for it. But again, we can't export anything. That's a problem. Why are these becoming abandoned? Unreliable mail service. I think this is the part where we introduce the mail service. Unless, can we get away with just putting in mailboxes? Do we have to put in a post office? People rejoice. I guess we'll see what kind of a situation we end up creating over here with these. So you said unreliable mail service is the biggest issue here. Let's see if that problem goes away. It's probably going to take until the month rolls over, so maybe we come back and check on that. See how other things are doing right now. Power's doing well. That should start making us money soon. Government has stopped paying us. Do we need road maintenance? Is that a thing that matters with the pedestrian roads? I don't actually know. I no longer see unreliable mail. No, I do still see it. The day hasn't rolled over either. Here we go. About 3 minutes here. Okay, it still says unreliable mail service. Alright, I'm going to put in a post office. I'm going to hope that this does not introduce an automotive industry to our city. People better not be smuggling cars in the mail. But let's see, if that's the biggest source of unhappiness for a lot of people, then we should see that problem go away. Still seeing unreliable mail service on these. Reliable mail service, okay. Unreliable internet, still a problem. That's probably valid. We don't have any internet. That doesn't have to exist. So now if you live downtown, you should have internet-ish. You should have internet-ish connection. Alright, let's get rid of these piles of rubble. It'll probably take a while for the mail to deliver throughout the city, so we're waiting that out as well. And just tidying up as best we can here. We are losing money. No, we're fine again. We could be making more money on parking. There's no reason to not go in here and crank these up. Because people have to use these. They don't have a choice. So maybe we can make this choice a little bit more profitable. Or this lack of a choice. This place sells vehicles. It's outside of the city. Some of these are already configured to make us as much money as they possibly can. I previously didn't do this because I was lazy, but now I feel like this is a source of untapped revenue. Significant untapped revenue at that. I should have tried to remember what the number was before I started doing this, but we're now making $33,000 in parking fees. Which is good, because these things cost a lot to keep running too. Those above-ground parking lots cost twice as much. These overground parking buildings. So whoever kept telling me to build parking houses, you have cost me dearly. And will not be forgiven. Because not only are these less efficient for the space that they take up, but they also cost twice as much to operate. Which makes them terrible. These are just as bad. These underground ones, the upkeep on them is ludicrous for the amount of space that they provide. Yeah, these very large parking lots I think are the most efficient as far as upkeep goes. And space per square footage or whatever. Alright, how's that doing for us now? 128,000 in parking fees. That's more than we had before. 166,000. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. Then we make money on public transit. We make money on a little bit of our exports. So what's the issue here? We don't have enough educated workers. Small homes. Why are you worried about your home being small? You're gonna replace these with big buildings until I can afford to put in my tower. Look at this, more rubble potholes. Alright, let's see if we start seeing civilian cars on the streets. Let's put some commercial buildings in, because nothing else is growing here. Nothing's growing except these piles of rubble. I gave you mail service, why are you still abandoning your structures? Lack of entertainment. You can literally walk anywhere. You can park anywhere outside of the city and then walk anywhere. You should be so entertained. How dare you park on my roads? How dare you speak to me of an emergency broadcast? But actually though, how dare you park on my roads where it's free? Is there no way for me to set like a default parking fee for parking on the side of the road? Is that a thing that you can do? Roadside parking fee. Darn right. I'm just doing a quick scan for civilian vehicles to see if anybody's managed to smuggle a car into the city yet. I don't see any. There are a lot of people just always walking around though. I don't know why they keep building all these petrochemical stations, like... Nobody's buying anything from you. Nobody has a car. Unless these businesses are supposed to buy fuel as well. Maybe they do, but I don't think they do. Do we need a college? Is that what our problem is now? There's only 400 people eligible for it, but maybe that's a decent number. Maybe that is a decent number. Where would I put the college to maximize its range? I think I would put it right here next to the prison. Switch on. A factory that makes everything that runs on electricity. That's cool. Where was that? It's industrial. Ooh, it's going to increase our industrial efficiency. And our college graduation chance. There we go. I like these large industrial buildings. Anyway, let's make this campus function a little bit better. Increase the chances of anybody graduating here. And since people want them so much, I guess we'll put some low-density houses in. Might even do the same over here. Let's see. There's a street without any. I thought we put in another street recently, or was that it? That might have been it. No, here it is. Oh, look at all these houses. Destroyed by weather. Oh, that is unfortunate. At least I can fix that. Well, I say fix it. At least I can demolish those, because I know what they are. Oh, there's another one over here. What is this? Unfortunate. This is where I would put probably the Ferris wheel, maybe? Notre Dame? Are any of these bigger? Ooh, a National Gallery of Art. Could I put two things in here? These are tiny. Oh, that's actually... This is more about what I would want to build here, I think. It's going to cost us $500,000 a month. We are making that, so I say we do it, since that's what this space is for. And that makes us a large city. The National Diet Building. That's going to make people really want to live out here. Probably, maybe, hopefully. No medical supplies. Nobody's making medical supplies. That is actually a problem, isn't it? Are none of these pharmaceuticals? Can we do anything to encourage the production of pharmaceuticals via taxes? Maybe. Although it might require the import of something like chemicals. I don't know. We might be at the mercy of not being able to import anything. Like, how do we produce chemicals? Oh, oil and metal ores. Okay. Alright, now I am beginning to understand a little bit more about how this city needs to function. Oh, unfortunately, there's a big oil field right underneath where we built all that, but fortunately, there's a big oil field over here where we've chosen to do nothing yet. And it's already flat? Is that right? No. That is not right. Will it become flat? Yes. I'm going to flatten it up at this level too. This is where we begin to move up. Is there a water source there that I should be aware of? There is. It doesn't really function very well, though. Maybe we just get rid of it. That might get rid of this river. Maybe we put in the water source here at 50 meters and just hope? I don't know. Hope that we didn't screw that up is what I mean. Not hope that it fills up again. But up here, this is the place for oil. Can I have that overlay on? Yes. Because we need this oil pretty desperately, I think. Now we just make these as big as we can. Let's use this so we don't have to go into that weird view. Alright, that's oil. Minerals over here. Well, this isn't just minerals, this will be probably coal as well. We'll do a mix and match. We are going to demolish these homes too. Don't you worry. Alright, so what that should mean is that we should be having oil and metal ores, which means we should be starting to produce chemicals. Let's see if that is the case. Is that a material good? So we do have now a surplus, which means we are now producing our own chemicals, which we weren't before. We had a deficit. Any deficit basically means death. Death of that industry. Yeah, and we need wheat and oil to even be producing petrochemicals, but we don't have any use for them really. Although they are used to make plastics and textiles. Yeah, they are. Okay. Maybe we don't want to be taxing it too hard, since nobody's doing anything. Same with crude oil. Let's not tax that too hard. Vehicles are an end product. Let's tax that one always. And then we can bring these taxes back up to 10% just to try to keep our economy afloat. Yeah, we don't want anybody producing or selling, really, petrochemicals. Or, sorry, vehicles. There's nowhere to export them to either, so we definitely don't want them. So are these making anything now? Yes, we still need lots of educated workers, but that's okay, we'll get them eventually. Now what does that do for the rest of the city? I don't know. Do we have more people working jobs now because there's more demand for some of these products, or because there's more work to do? Not enough employees is going to be a recurring efficiency issue, I think. And it's one that I'm not 100% sure of how to fix. Ooh, waiting for a hearse. Is this full? No. But all of the hearses are out there. Maybe we can upgrade to the crematorium, because I know that'll let us basically make a little hearse factory. And then why don't we just out here on the edge of town where we're just harvesting oil anyway. Let's not do it there actually, because I want to be able to put in the garages. Let's do it over here. So that gives us 40 cars. Good. And there's no reason for these industries to be disconnected either. People want to walk from one to the other. It doesn't really matter where we intersect them either. Yeah, that looks good to me. Good, we got big industry now. Of course, people still need to walk to work, so it might be a while before people get up here. We also don't have the right amount of educated people either. And everybody wants to live in small homes. Although there's unoccupied buildings everywhere. So what's even the point if I can't get people to move into these houses that already exist? Neutral. Lack of entertainment. Lots of taxis here, just dropping people off. But there are still unfilled parking lots. I believe parking lots are probably still making us 150k a year? Or a month, or whatever that is. That's a decent amount. Alright, you know what? Things in Walk City are starting to look up. It's looking like we got more large buildings downtown as well. We've brought major industry. And probably still need to think about some other industry as well, because we are going to want to not have to import anything. Like, what is stone used for? Mining. Mining rock is then processed into concrete, which is used for housing upkeep. Oh, maybe that's the problem. No, we have a surplus of concrete. So that can't be it. But we have a deficit of rock, which is odd. It's just because we're not mining it, obviously. But that's an easy fix. It's a super easy fix to just say, hey, there's a rock mine there and there's a rock mine there. You know, figure it out, people of Walk City. This isn't a difficult problem that we have here, so... I don't think that the rock is really used for anything else, though, so I don't even know where our concrete surpluses come from. It's a mystery for the ages. Alright, there's a cool little rock mine. Love to see it. I love when the machines come out. Alright, so we'll leave that for now for our industry. There we go. Things are getting done. Things are happening. Again, more jobs for the uneducated. That's actually good. I think we needed more jobs for uneducated people. I didn't realize that this was the place to do it. That's good to know. Yeah, more rock mines. For uneducated people. Fantastic. Alright, thank you for joining me. If you've enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button to leave a like on this video. New Walk City's looking pretty cool so far. We're barely using any of the map. But we're getting there. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And, of course, if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. Alright, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with me. And I hope I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now.